With me now is under-18 assistant James and centre midfielder Ethan. We'll start with you, James. A 2-0 defeat to Cambridge. What's your overall thoughts on the performance?
A little bit disappointing, really. We've played some good football at times, but albeit a little within our own half. We tried to go a little bit too long once we've had decent passages at the back, but then lacked any real fluidity in the opposition's half. So moving forward, I suppose that we'd like to make sure that we've got a bit better movement when we get into the other opposition's half, and look at different ways to penetrate teams rather than using this, trying to do the same things over and over again.
Okay, moving on to you, Ethan, now. What positives can you take away?
I mean, like James said, for a small passage in the game, we were passing really well, and at times we did pass the ball really well, and we were starting to get the progressive football in training. So throughout the week, we're starting to improve on that. It's just using that at the right times and recognising when to go long, and especially in the final third, like the decision making once you've worked it there is important. So I feel that we are improving in that aspect. We just need to carry it on and make sure we really hone in on the skills we're using.
Okay, James, were you happy with the overall professionalism from the players, something which they've struggled with in the past?
Yeah, I think the boys had a go at most of it, some a lot better than others, and that's where some of the lads, we've just had a discussion actually about them being consistently mature in everything they do. It's one thing we always know we get with Cambridge. They're very man-like, they're very professional, they're organised, they're structured, but they do have quality at the same time. So when you're playing against opposition like that, you need to be more than up for the battle, match them, and then from there try and show your individual and your collective talent to try and get the result. It's not always going to be the case, and today unfortunately their organisation and structure made it very difficult for us, and we weren't able to create enough clear-cut opportunities in order to get a goal.
Okay, and Ethan, what areas do you think we can improve on looking forward to next week?
Definitely game management. Once we do face a Man team like that, because there's a lot of Man teams in the league, like Gillingham, for example, Cambridge, sometimes Southend, that really come in your face, and when it gets tough, you need to learn how to deal with that. We've struggled with that in the past, and I feel like that's an area we need to improve on. And in the final third and around the box, we need to improve on our decision making. We've been doing a game in training called the no block game, which is helping us to improve on that. And in some aspects it's coming out, but it needs to happen outside the box as well, and working it wide and trying to work different ways to unlock them. But yeah, that's the main ways we can improve, and professionalism as well, as James has been saying.
Cool. And James, finally, what are your thoughts on MK coming up next week?
Well, MK, another good side in the league. Unfortunately, they're top. They've been doing really, really well. We played them away early in the season. We won 1-0, and that was probably one of our best performances. We controlled the possession, we controlled everything. Our distances from front to back and back to front were tight, secure. Ethan and Ash in midfield were really dominant and controlling. And that's what we've been doing a lot on recently. We've been trying to cover being us on the ball and trying to make sure that we are still sound and secure at the back, but making sure that we are playing progressive football so that the boys have got a chance to develop and improve their technical and tactical skills. When you're doing that though, there is obviously a risk, because you're trying to get the boys on the ball more often. Sometimes it ends up in a tighter area, but for us to get these boys to the level that they need to get to, we need to encourage them to do so. So moving forward, we'll continue to do that, but we need to make sure that we're striving to be a little bit more structurally better when we do have possession, and not just when we don't have the ball. So that would be what we're looking to do ahead of MK.
Excellent, thank you.
Cheers. Bye.